welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week. The Bangor Rams and the Oxford Hills Vikings. The Rams on top of this one, 38-0 as we're getting set here to start the third quarter. Quickly we'll go over some stats here for Bangor. Ian Edwards, 7 of 8 in the air, 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tom Cruise, 2 catches, a touchdown and 19 yards. Alex Gallant, 4 catches, a touchdown, 39 yards. Ryan Weston, 1 catch, 14 yards. On the ground, it's Sugar Shane Walton, 7 carries, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I figured it out, he's averaging over 22 yards per carry. Just phenomenal numbers for Walton. Vanetta Stein, 4 carries, 12 yards. Edwards, 3 carries for -2 yards. For Oxford Hills, it's Freschetti, 6 of 14, 61 yards, 2 interceptions. In the air for Sutton, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Millett has a catch and 18 yards. Cromwell a catch and 10 yards. Trudeau, 11 carries, 76 yards. Freschetti, 1 carry, -14 yards. And Drew, 6 carries for 8 yards. Adam Mahaney alongside Dan Chadbourne. And Dan, when you look at the score, 38-0, realistically, it should be closer than that. It doesn't feel like it should be 38-0. Oxford Hills has played good despite a couple turnovers.
Well, you know, every coach always says there's 3 keys to the game, you know, the kicking game, offense, and defense. But really the 4th one is, you know, being mistake-free. And Oxford Hill has made some costly mistakes, throwing a couple of interceptions, one for the 90-yard return from Walton. I mean, and, you know, when you got to score the ball when you're inside the 5. I mean, you've got to score the ball when you're in the red zone, but when you're inside the 5, no matter what, you can never have the mentality that you can't score, and it's unfortunate because, you know, I think the game could be a lot closer right now, and you know, some positive momentum could be rolling for Oxford Hills coming into the second half.
So Oxford Hills will be set to kick off. Bangor will return. Sutton's kick is going to be fielded by Walton. Walton up to the 35, to the 40 before being brought down at the 42. The scoring started for the Rams with Flynn getting a safety, and then it was Cruz, an 85-yard interception, and then Walton had an interception later in the game, and now the subs are coming in, so bear with us. We're going to try to get this
They're here.
correct as possible here. And we'll see who's coming in here. Gallant is going to be the center, so the quarterback. Alex Gallant, the quarterback. Adam Billings in the backfield. Along there in the backfield as well is number 45, and I don't have a name for number 45 just yet. Also in there is number 14, Christopher Francis. The handoff is going to be to Billings. Billings is up to the 49-yard line. And let's see.
Steven Sacaricia is number 45, Rob's little brother.
So Robert Sacaricia, Steven Sacaricia, a bunch of them in there. And he's just
the whole family.
Not as big, but
running back, not quite the 6'8", 300-pounder.
The handoff to Billings again. He's going to cross the 40, up to the 34. Billings getting a couple big carries here.
Oh, yeah, some punishing blocks up front. I see Brad White's in. Adam Kearns is still playing. Oh, Banbrick was in there. Oh, Oxford Hills ball.
A fumble on the play. Billings fumbled, I guess, and Oxford Hills is going to take over. I do apologize if we're not getting all the names out there right off to you folks at home. You just got to bear with us here. We're going to have a lot of mass substitutions here, and we're going to try to get them all in as much as we can. We will try to get everybody in there, so do bear with us. I do apologize if we're not right on top of things here.
This isn't a bad move at all for Coach Hackett and the Rams to stick with the first-string defense.
So Trudeau will carry the ball here for a gain of 2. Defensively in there, let's see if I can see some of the new substitutions, if there is any. It appears that the starters are all in there. I haven't seen any new defenders in there yet.
You'll see a lot of times coaches do that, Adam, just to keep up. You know, they like that donut hole up on the board. You know, you don't want to give up too much, but probably as the game continues, you might see a few fill in here and there.
I do see Mark Sturgeon in there. I don't know if he started the game today or not. I do see Sturgeon in there. The pitch is going to be to Drew along the far side across the 40, and brought down around the 48-yard line by McDade as well as White. Bangor, 21 seniors, 14 juniors, 17 sophomores, and a whole pile of freshmen, as the freshmen have If you look down on the Bangor sideline here, the freshmen are all to the left. They're not going to get involved in there they are right there. That's the freshman Bangor team. Found out earlier today they lost one game.
Yep,
This
and guess
whole
to
season. To Lawrence.
To Lawrence.
So Bangor's got quite the bright future coming up here in the freshman ranks as well. The handoff to Trudeau. He's going to break across the 50, brought down to the 47-yard line. Good carry there for Trudeau, and Bangor's defense still putting that shutout out on the board, and they're hoping to keep it going as we hit the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Great blocking up front by Oxford Hills. We've got Devin and Jack Pike out there, Lyndon Mason, Matt Fogg. I mean, Oxford Hills' offensive line is not backing down from this enormous Bangor defensive front.
And Bangor does not have any second stringers out there on defense. They have their starters still in there on defense, and you're seeing Oxford Hill really play tough here. Handoff to Sutton. Sutton's got a first down and more, a gain of about 7 on the play for Sutton. Good carry there.
Yeah, that was a great guard trap, executed well. Sutton ran. I mean, he seems to me to be the most athletic kid they got out there that Oxford Hills has. They're all great players, there's no question about it, but Sutton is really pushing the limit here.
So Sutton gets the first down and more for Oxford Hills. Sutton, for this Oxford Hills team, he is a senior, 5'8", 160 pounds. Not a very big guy at the wide receiver position, but the handoff to Trudeau here. He's got a first down. Big hit there for Bangor. Let's see who's in there on that tackle.
Well, the great thing about any athletics at any level is that it doesn't matter how tall, how short you are, how thick you are, how thin you are. It's a little thing inside your heart inside your chest called your heart. You know what I mean, Adam? And Sutton plays with everything he's got.
Sutton, a solid player for Oxford Hills. 5'8". You know, he's one of the short. It's pretty short for a wide receiver, but you saw a great leaping catch earlier from him. You know, this Oxford Hills team, they have a lot of seniors, but one of the things that was a downside for them, as you see the handoff there to Brad Smith, the captain for this Oxford Hills team, close to a first down, is that, you know, yeah, they're 0-7 this year. They were a playoff team last year, but, you know, you go through a rebuilding stage when your quarterback, your running back, your fullback, they all graduate. You're expecting a whole new group of kids coming in here, expecting to know how to run the offense, how to read defenses, know your playbook, and that's a big expectation for a lot of kids.
Yep, and you know, and it's almost, you know, it can relate to anything in life. You're only as good as the people that are leading you, and you lose leaders like that, and you know, the younger kids need to step up and take on those roles, but it's tough and it's not an easy thing, and I think that Oxford Hills is feeling that right now.
John Thompson, a big tackle there for Bangor, number 54. Also in there, number 77, that is Adam Kearns. He's a senior.
A lot of seniors on this Bangor roster, a lot of starters going back. I think there's 8 starters on defense right now for seniors for Bangor. So, I mean, they're going to feel the effects of this next year as well.
Bangor having a great feeder system, though. As you saw at halftime, the Bangor youth football out there. The pass intended for Sutton. He leaps.
Oh!
And out of bounds, but right there was just a great example of Ethan Sutton, probably the best receiver in Eastern Maine, but not to say that there wasn't great coverage on the play by Jimmy Kluke. Jimmy Kluke, a great cover man. Earlier in the season when we had a game here, we were talking to Mark Hackett, trying to think back to who that game was against here. It was against Brunswick. When Bangor played home against Brunswick, Jimmy Kluke came up with some huge plays. But he has the heart of anybody. I mean, he was out there performing, and the pass is intercepted. Tom Cruise to the 40, the 30. They're not going to get him. A touchdown for Tom Cruise. And that one was 62 yards. Tom Cruise takes it to the house.
Flags everywhere. But that was the same exact play that Tommy Cruise stepped up and made the interception on again.
We'll see what the penalty is, if it's on Bangor or not, but regardless, the confetti was flying once again, and that's been the highlight so far for me.
She's going to have to take a shower, all the confetti in her hair.
And we'll see. Bangor's coming down here like they're setting up on offense. So
I think that was on Oxford Hills, or did they wave it off? I didn't see it.
Just picked up the flags, and I think this is going to be a touchdown for personal foul on Oxford Hills. So Tom Cruise, 62 yards for the touchdown.
Yet again, same thing. They're telegraphing that screen a little too much for Oxford Hills. What worries me right now is you see Oxford Hills, this is their 3rd or 4th personal foul, and you know, you got to feel for coach here for Oxford Hills, and they just got to muster this up and you know, play this game out and keep composure. I mean, these are all important things for character building and for the following years for this Oxford Hills team. They don't need to go down this road.
And Tom Cruise has his second interception. The first one he brought 85 yards. I thought he was going to go in the end zone, but he brought down at the 5, and here he is, a 62-yard interception for a touchdown, 44-0 in favor of Bangor. Vanetta will come on for the extra point. And if this Bangor offense and defense is clicking like this in the playoffs, to be honest, I would not want to face them.
No, absolutely not.
Vanetta kick is up and good, so we're going to take a break with it. 45-0 in favor of Bangor. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week.
Security. You know what it means, and now you know where to find it. Seaboard. If you're responsible for a school, business, healthcare facility, or any other organization, the only word you need to know when it comes to keeping your facility secure is Seaboard. Because your students, customers, patients, employees, all the people who depend on you can depend on us. You just have to remember one word: Seaboard.
Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week. The Bangor Rams 45, Oxford Hills nothing. We want to thank some of our sponsors. Page Employment, matching people to jobs since 1945. Need a job, no fees, need employees? Call Page 991-9615. Also, Seaboard Security, providing uniformed security officers to main company since 1988. Security you can trust. Quality Jewelers, their new location at Penobscot Plaza in Bangor for all your fine jewelry needs. And Carefree Window and Siding for your siding, window, and roofing needs. Everyone at Carefree wishes you a successful football season. Oxford Hills coming back on the field here. Bangor's defense coming in, and now here come the substitutions.
I see Steven Sacarici has made it out there. I don't know where he's playing. I think it's right linebacker with Jimmy Batchelder. Looks like 81 is out there. CJ Eaton, he's a junior playing cornerback on the far side of the field right now.
And we'll see what happens here. The Bangor defense has just been stifling today. They have not allowed anything. And now we have some confusion going on here. If Tim Kinney wants to talk to the trainer here, we're going to run down some more of these sponsors. I want to thank Bangor Optical, Mount Hope Avenue in Bangor, and check out their new office, iCenter Optical, located in the Weber Building by EMMC in Bangor. Also, Jim's Small Engine, from mowers to snow blowers and all your yard equipment needs. Snow's Corner Road, Orrington, sales and expert service. The Bangor Canvas, covering all your canvas needs. The Corner Store, where Gabby Price wishes everyone the best of luck. Northeastern Log Homes for quality log homes. And Edge Video, they have the edge on all your video needs, with a larger selection of new releases and hard-to-find videos, located in the Brewer Shopping Center and on State Street in downtown Bangor. Also, if you would like a high-quality DVD of this game, they will be available. Call Eric Baxter at 991-9615 or visit myvideoproductions.com. It's going to be second down here for Oxford Hills. Bangor defense not allowing too much today, as they've really been right on the ball. They're jamming the holes. Anytime there's been a little bit of a gap for a runner to come through, Bangor's been there. And they've really done a great job. They've done a great job on the goal line. There really has not been too many bad things you can say about this Bangor defense today. As the handoff to Trudeau, and he's going to get a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play.
Play before that, 51, Stephen Trundy has made it into the game at right linebacker. Has moved over Sacarici to the left side, and Jimmy Batchelder has been out. Great play by Stephen there to step up and fill that hole for the defensive backs to make that play.
And Thompson has come out, and coming in now is Gallant. On the sideline, we have Matthew Kenny, a junior wide receiver, warming up. And also Jason Duff, a sophomore running back, warming up. And the handoff is to Trudeau. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Jason Duff coming in now. And Matthew Kinney coming into the game. Jason Duff, many people will know the local media as Dale Duff. That is his son.
Kids are getting a little fired up out there right now. Young men, CJ, getting the Duffer fired up.
I was just going to say that. I'm sure the Duffer
Yeah.
loves this. Got to be careful what we say. He might put us on his Friday morning rack.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of the Duff family.
And Trudeau is going to carry the ball. He's going to be close to a first down. And they're on the tackle, Jimmy Batchelder.
Trunny stepped up and made a nice collision hit there. Probably a little too much that the Bangor defense didn't want, but nonetheless a great play on both sides.
And it's really a great classy move by Mark Hackett. You know, it's 45-0. He knows he pretty much has this game in hand. Let's get some of the kids in there that, you know, don't always get a chance to play, and let them get the feel of an atmosphere of a homecoming game and a varsity experience.
Absolutely. There's nothing like playing under these lights on a Friday night and homecoming weekend. I mean, it's a fantastic feeling, and the more young people that we can get in there and experience it, just the better.
The handoff there given to Brad Smith. He's got a first down and more for Oxford Hills. So Oxford Hills really not giving up yet. They're keeping everyone in there, hoping to maybe crack some points on the scoreboard here against this Bangor defense, which really hasn't been allowing very much.
No. It's great to see Brad Smith's getting some carries. The captain, senior, 6 foot 195. Coach is trying to get him the ball some.
And it looks like we might have some substitution on Oxford Hills. On the Bangor side, I just saw Tyler Pembroke, a sophomore quarterback, as well as Adam Sproul, a junior quarterback. They're both warming up on the sideline. So Mark Hackett looking to try to get everybody involved. Be interesting to see. I want to see the freshmen in there. They lost only one game all year, but you never know what's going to happen now.
I don't know about those red pants.
Well, I'd imagine some of them have the same number as some of these varsity players. So
absolutely.
I wonder if
that might have something to do with it.
I wonder if that has any say as what's going on. The handoff is going to be to Trudeau, and Trudeau is going to break a tackle at 20. The 15 brought down around the 17-yard line, or excuse me, the 12-yard line. A good carry there by Trudeau, and Oxford Hills not going to pack it all in yet. They're going to still try to fight here and try to put some points on the board and try to bring this thing closer.
Looks like Oxford Hills is about to punch it in if they can. Or what, on the 11-yard line, 10-yard line?
It looks like they're going to be on the 13.
13, yep. Okay, well, they're knocking on the door. Let's see if Bangor can drop it down and shut them out once again, or if they're going to finally crack that egg that's up on the board.
Bangor still has some of their seniors in there, wanted to get them that chance to play. Gallant, almost a sack there. Big hit, pushed out of bounds. Great tackle there by Jimmy Kluge, the senior. So Kluge did a good job squaring up and not allowing the offensive player to get around him. Instead, he just muscled him up, pushed him out of bounds. So good play there by Jimmy Kluge.
That almost looked like a broken play. I think Frechetta opened up for some. I don't think that was a planned run like that. I felt like that was a broken play, but I'm not sure. It's still pretty good for the young Frechetta to get out of the pocket and try to make something happen.
3:54 to go in the third quarter. 45-0 in favor of the Bangor Rams. The handoff to Trudeau along the far side. Trudeau diving, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown, and Oxford Hills has put some points on the board, and it's 45-6 in favor of Bangor. Trudeau looks like he's out of breath after that one, and I think I would be too after all the carries he's had today.
Yeah, he has quite the amount of carries this game so far. It's great that they scored. You know, it's great. They're going to call a timeout, it looks like here, but it's great for Oxford Hills to get in the end zone, come up here and play a tough Bangor team like this. They don't give up, that's for sure.
And I saw the latest, I'm not sure what media outlet puts it out, but they put out a top 10 teams in the state, and we'll get to that after this. But we're going to take a break. 3:43 to go, 45-6 in favor of Bangor. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week.
Block. Oh, block.
Weston with a block there for Bangor. And it's 45-6 here in favor of the Rams. Mark Hackett trying to rally the troops here for the onside kick. As I was talking right before the break, the media outlet that puts out the top 10 teams in the state, the Bangor Rams, checked in this week at the number 5 spot. So the Bangor ranked 5th out of all the classes in the state of Maine. Lawrence, number 2. So, of course,
I would imagine. Sorry about that. I missed that. I'd imagine.
It was Bonnie Eagle.
Number one. Yeah, that's not a big surprise. They're great down there.
And
we've got some substitutions, I think, on kick return here. Across the line, up in the front is number 89, Josh Moore. Number 49,
David McKenna.
The middle is that 66?
It looks like a 68.
68.
Jory Tracy.
And then we've got Stephen Trundy up in the front with a number 78.
And
Stephen Scully.
the ball's going to be recovered there by Seguin. So Bangor coming on the field now.
Oh, there comes number 12, quarterback, Adam Sproul.
I saw Bonnie Eagle took on I think it was Gorham. It was Battle of Undefeated. And at the gate, they turned in $5,800, and they said they couldn't get all of the Gorham people in until after halftime. It was just so many people for a football game.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all with that. Bonnie Eagle and Gorham, that must have been a terrific game. Gorham came out of nowhere this year and is exploded and taken Western Maine by storm. That will be an interesting playoff run, which actually starts tonight. I believe Western Class A Maine plays 3 playoff games, not 2.
The handoff was to Billings, and Billings gets a first down. And let's see who's on the line here for Oxford Hills. See if they still have their starters in there. And they do. The seniors, Jack Pike, Tom Moulton, Ron Packard, Brad Smith, Sean Kelly, Ethan Sutton, Chris Colio, Raymond Haynes, the seniors in there. They're only starting 3 juniors on defense. So a lot of seniors on this Oxford Hills team. Sure, this is not the way they wanted to go out on their senior last game of the year, but hey, you can't win them all. They didn't ever give up. They've played hard all game, and they're showing good senior leadership by having everyone else still play hard. No matter what the score is, they haven't given up, and they're still trying to win this game.
Oh, without question. I mean, it's a testament to Oxford Hills and the coaching staff and the kids from Oxford Hills. Everyone's out there playing hard, and it can't. Oh, big pick by Oxford Hills.
And that's Sutton. Ethan Sutton intercepts the pass from Sproul, and he's going to bring it in for a touchdown.
Ironic there how we're talking about Oxford Hills never giving up, and just there, Sutton takes it back for a touchdown.
So Ethan Sutton returns that one 44 yards for the touchdown, and Oxford Hills cuts into the lead, 45-12. With 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. So Sutton, one of those seniors we've been talking about all game, mainly on the offensive side. He comes up with a big interception there on the defensive side.
That was a great play by Sutton. It was, another 1 or 2 more scores. I think Coach Hackett might be pulling that first string off the sidelines and putting them back in.
And they're going to go for 2 this time. The last time they went for the extra point, it was blocked. The handoff.
Sutton again.
It's going to be Sutton, and he's in on the play action reverse kind of there. And so now it's 45-14. We're going to take a break. Oxford Hills trying to come back some here against the Bangor Rams. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week.
Selection without service would be like sunshine without the warmth. Our jewelers have the experience and the tools to renew, repair, or even create jewelry with the warmth of real quality. We're Quality Jewelers. Browse in our new, larger location in Penobscot Plaza on Washington Street in Bangor.
We'd like to thank all our employees, office staff, and of course our business clients for helping Page Employment win the Market Surveys of America's 2006 Best Employment Agency Award for the second year in a row. We're very proud of our employees and managers and the great work they do. And this year, Page Employment received a MEMIC Safety Management Award for creating a safe and caring place to work. Congratulations to all from Page Employment.
Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week. No, that's not Notre Dame, that's Oxford Hills. And the Vikings are starting to put up some points here against Bangor. 45-14 your score now in favor of Bangor. As the kick was bobbled by Billings. Billings breaks a tackle to the 30 to the 35. Brought down at the 37. So a good return there by Adam Billings, the sophomore for Bangor. And now we've got some more players coming in here.
I'd love to mention this kid's name, Charles Hastings. I just first saw him. I haven't seen him all game on the kickoff team of Oxford Hills. Ran about as hard as I've seen anyone run tonight, and the score is 45-14. It's just it's a testament to the character that kid has. Charles Hastings, number 34, just made the tackle, ran from the other side of the field like it was, the winning play of the game, and that's what Oxford Hills is all about. It really is.
And I just saw number 63, Matt Doherty, a senior tackle for Bangor, checking into the game, seeing his first action. Also, I see number 78, Stephen Shaley in there.
He's a junior offensive defensive lineman.
Nick Lust, the senior, he's in there under center. And Sproul coming in with the play here. And then you see Oxford Hills, they've had a rough day today, but they're still there. Number 63, Jack Pike, he's had a pretty decent game today.
Yep.
Tom Moulton, 37, 23. Brad Smith, a senior captain, he's played phenomenal today. He's done a great job carrying the ball as well.
A couple big runs he's had.
78, Ian Monzo, we've talked about him earlier today. The handoff to Billings. And let's see who comes up with the tackle here.
Monzo's had a terrific game. He has been phenomenal up front for Oxford Hills both ways.
And there's Mons right there, 78, 42. Dan Millett with the tackle. Millett's had a great game offensively and defensively.
Millett must be, it doesn't say he's a captain, he's a junior, but he's calling the defensive plays. That's a pretty impressive thing when a coach has a junior linebacker calling the defensive plays in. I mean, that's impressive. I think that probably Coach Austin's looking at Dan Millett to be maybe a little bit of the future of this defensive.
Millett, a junior, 6 feet, 185 pounds, plays tight end as well as the inside linebacker position for Oxford Hills. And we're going to have a whistle and a lot of laundry on the field here.
Nick Lust is in there playing center for Bangor, correct? 55.
That would be Lust, yep.
Yep, Nick's father, Bill, he's a great man. Nick's a great guy. Actually, his father was an assistant coach for me back in 8th grade when I played for Garland Street baseball team. Nick's father was one of our assistant coaches, great guy, great family. Nick's got a great spirit about him. I really enjoyed having Nick around last year when I coached with them.
And there you see Billings in the backfield. And there's the handoff to Billings. Billings wrapped up before being dropped on the play there. You saw Ian Monzo flying in from Oxford Hills in there also on the tackle.
Geez, Mike Cormier, senior offensive defensive line for Bangor, just had a huge collision on that play. Surprised I didn't get more of a gain than that.
And we just had about 9 new players for Bangor running in here. Jory Tracy, a sophomore right guard coming into the game. Also Christopher Francis, a senior, number 14 in the game. And that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a break. I'm going to try to wrap up here, figure out who's in the game for Bangor. I'll let you know when we come back. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week.
Northeastern Log Home's 4-star promise: to design the dream home that's perfect for you and your family, to ensure your home will be built with materials of the highest quality and durability and offered at a fair price, to deliver a complete easy build package with more of what you need, like Anderson windows, Owens Corning shingles, and Morgan doors, to provide factory direct expert assistance every step of the way for as long as you own your home.
Come visit us in Kenduskeag and we'll help build your dreams with our experience.
Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week. Bangor had to punt it away there. Oxford Hills coming up with a reception. It wasn't a very good punt by Bangor. Oxford Hills going to take over here at the Bangor 48. Frschetti hands it off to Trudeau. Trudeau breaking through the 45, spinning away, brought down at the 42. Great tackle there by Stephen Trundy, the senior for Bangor.
Fantastic tackle by Stephen. That was a great tackle, great form. Read the play really well, flowed down the field correctly. Do you know that Stephen's a member of the National Honor Society at the Bangor High School, which is pretty impressive?
That's a tough organization to
Yeah,
get into.
they didn't ask me.
They didn't ask me either. And I was on the honor roll. I thought that's all you needed, but I guess not. And a pitch to Trudeau along the far side, crossing to the 42-yard line.
Stephen Sacaricia, number 45, in on the
11
spot.
minutes to go here. Fourth quarter, Bangor on top, 45-14. Want to thank some of our sponsors, Page Employment, matching people to jobs since 1945, Maine's first employment service and a member of the American Staffing Association. Seaboard Security, providing uniformed security officers to Maine company since 1988. Security you can trust. Frschetti back to the line, hands it off to Sutton. Sutton breaks a tackle, breaks another, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good tackle there.
Carried by
And
Ethan
let's
Sutton.
see, it looked like it was number 80 in there, and that's Matthew Kenny, a junior. And it was Kenny in there for Bangor.
Great play by Matt, way to step up and make the play. Matt's also a baseball and a basketball player, and he enjoys hanging out with his friends in his leisure time.
That's typical high school kid.
That would be typical high school, yeah.
Hanging out with your friends.
Hanging out.
You know?
Favorite player, Dion Branch. Says the favorite team's the Patriots. I wonder if he still likes Dion Branch.
And there's a fumble on the play, and Trudeau's going to pick it up, and now he's scrambling with it, and I thought he might try to pass, but now he's going to try to pitch it off to a referee before being knocked out of bounds, but Trudeau did the right thing, picked it up, and tried to at least run it back for some positive yards rather than fall on it. And
Absolutely, that was exactly correct. You got to make something happen at this point for Oxford Hills, and he was willing to do it and give it an attempt, and the ball, I think it popped out back there. I'm not really sure.
It'll be Bangor ball now. First and 10 that was fourth down for Oxford Hills. Want to thank Quality Jewelers, a new location at the Penobscot Plaza in Bangor for all your fine jewelry needs. Carefree Windows and Siding for your siding, window, and roofing needs. Everyone at Carefree wishes you a successful football season. Bangor Optical with locations in Bangor. Check out their new office, Eye Center Optical, located in the Weber Building by EMMC in Bangor. And Sproul is still in there.
Senior
Under center.
Yeah, senior split end John McLean is in the game now at split end.
And I believe he's a basketball player at Bangor
I
as well.
believe, yeah, he plays basketball and baseball. J Mac, as his friends call him.
Tackled by Brad Smith.
Bangor here. 10 minutes to go, 45-14, leading here. And Bangor now
Gain of about 4, second and 6.
looking at a second and 6. I want to thank Jim Small Engines for all your small engine repairs, along with sales and service. Bangor Tire, caring for all your automobile needs. The pitch to Billings. Billings crosses a first down and more up to the 32-yard line.
Carried by number 2.
And Billings, a sophomore, I think we might be looking at a future positive running back here for the Bangor Rams.
Oh, without question. Adam has been he was a terrific addition to the varsity program. Coach Mosca and Coach Mooring from the freshman team, we've talked about him before. He did a phenomenal job for the freshman team last year. And he's seen some time up here actually as a sophomore, which is not unusual, but it's not often that a sophomore sees a lot of playing time at Bangor High School, and Adam sure has.
The handoff there to, I believe, 45. I believe that's a Sacaricia.
That is a Sacaricia. Steven.
So Steven
Carried
Sacaricia
by number 45, Steven Sacaricia.
saying, hey, big bro, where's the big hole you
Yeah,
normally
where's
make for
the-
these players?
Where's the hole? Actually, Adam Sproul has been was the backup quarterback last year behind Ian, and they're in the same class, so it's got to be tough for Adam to see that Ian's with him in this class. But he'd love to say hi to his whole family, and this is what I love, and all the coaches who have helped him along the way.
Well, at least he recognizes, some people have a lot of talent. For some people that, you do have a lot of talent, but you do need the great coaching to continue on. And, Sproul, when he thanks his coaches, he realized, hey, these coaches are the ones that got me here. They're the ones that are going to carry me through the rest of my high school career.
Yeah, he's been terrific. He always asks questions, always got a good spunk about him. It's fantastic.
And Sproul back under center here. McLean on the near side. Can't quite make out the number along the far side there. 14.
That's number 14.
Christopher Francis.
Senior split end.
Number 14, Chris Francis.
Francis is a senior.
Tackled by number 80, Chris
So Mark Hackett getting all the seniors in there. Want to thank Da Vinci Signs when quality matters, located Pinewood Business Park in Herman.
Makes it 4th and 10.
Well, Christopher Francis is a big fan of the outdoors. He loves the tube, he wakeboards, he loves to hike and kayak, and next year he'll be attending college at the University of Southern Maine.
So a lot of these kids are going to be going on to college as seniors. Sproul's going to hand it off to Billings. Billings not going to get enough for a first down, so Oxford Hills will take over. And with that, we'll take a break too. Bangor 45, Oxford Hills 14. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week.
When you have an important point to make, don't clutter up the ad with all sorts of extra information. If Page Employment doesn't charge workers a fee, then we should just say that. Page Employment doesn't charge workers a fee. No fee. There, we said it. Jim Small Engines on Snow's Corner Road in Orrington has what you need when it comes to tackling yard work. Whether you're looking for expert service and repair from guys with more years of experience than they may care to admit, or if you're in the market for a new mower, snow blower, string trimmer, generator, or pressure washer, Jim Small Engines on Snow's Corner Road in Orrington is the right place to go. Call Jim Small Engines at 825-3527 or visit them on the web at jimsmallengines.com.
Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week. The Bangor Rams, the Oxford Hills Vikings. The Rams on top, 45-14. And the handoff to Trudeau.
Carried by Brad
Bangor, with their new
Excuse me,
players,
Smith.
has come out with a traditional 5-2 defense with a cover 4 look.
In there on defense now, Tyler Pembroke. Stephen Shaley,
Gain of 7, second and 3.
71 for Bangor.
41.
Not quite sure. Maybe that's a 2. I can't tell from up here. And it is a 71, so I'm not quite
I think that's Ryan Grundle. Yep, Ryan Grundle. He's an offensive defensive lineman, a sophomore.
So Grundle in there. Christopher DeVoe, a junior in there as well, number 53.
Carried by Trudeau. Enough for a Vikings first
Pembroke
down.
is a sophomore who his favorite athlete is, to no surprise, Jerry Rice. And by him playing in the backfield like that, I'm not surprised that he's a big fan of Jerry Rice. His favorite team is the St. Louis Rams, though. I'm a little concerned about that.
And Bangor in there on the tackle is, I can see Duff giving up there, number 27. And also Stephen Shaley.
Great play by Shaley. Great effort
Carried
right
by
there.
number 23, Brad Smith.
Duffer made a big play.
Tackled by number 78, Stephen Schley.
Also want to thank Dunnits Incorporated, located at the Penobscot Plaza in Bangor. Dunnits has done it again. Nation's Rent, your full-service equipment resource located on Hammond Street in Bangor. Also, high-quality DVDs of this game will be available. Call Eric Baxter at 991-9615 or go to myvideoproductions.com. And Trudeau not going anywhere on the play. Great defensive play there by Bangor by number 81, C.J. Eaton, a junior. He's in there now, as well as Matthew Kinney, number 80. So Bangor looking to go now to 7-1. They'll be the number 2 seed in the playoffs, barring any...
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, unless Mesalonsky takes care of Lawrence tonight, I don't think anything's going to change.
So Bangor punching their ticket for a home playoff game next week. And we'll face either Mesalonsky or Lewiston. A big tackle there on the play. Jason Duff getting up, as well as number 45.
Sacarici.
Little Sacarici.
Yep, little sack. Great coverage, great, terrific pursuit by Sacarici. That was terrific. Duff made a great play from the secondary. You know, actually, I was just thinking of this. Munzone and Fogg have the big left side of the Oxford Hills line. They've played terrific the entire game. You look down on the field and you see Oxford Hills is covered in dirt and mud, and it honestly represents how hard they have actually tried tonight. They've done a fantastic job. They're collisioning down there. Number 63 for Oxford Hills is Jack Pike. He's a senior, 5'10", 190, has played his absolute heart out.
So Oxford Hills looks like they'll end their season 0-8, but a lot of positives to come away with from at least this game. The scoreboard may not show it, but I mean, they played hard. They had good blocking. They did everything they needed to do to really stay in this game. But the big thing that hurts everybody is turnovers. I think if you take away the turnovers, this game's a lot closer than you think.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. That's the thing about sports. Sometimes the score just doesn't dictate the way the game was played, and it's not fair to say that this is, you know, Bangor's 45 and Oxford Hill's 14, because Oxford Hill's been playing a lot harder than the 14 points that are showing.
The handoff was to Trudeau, and we have some flags on the play here. Let's see what the flag is. Great job officiating today by this officiating crew headed by head referee Tim Kinney, with the umpire Sean Kimball, the line judge, Jeff Earlo, the linesman, Mark Legassi, and the back judge, Scott Merrill. Great performance. I mean, they made all the right calls. I didn't see any questionable calls, not that I ever do up here anyways, but a great job by the officiating crew today. And now, if you're Bangor, you're looking ahead to next week. If you're Oxford Hills, this is a chance where you can see, hey, you know, we got a team in here that played hard, and you got a lot to go home with.
Absolutely. I mean, Oxford Hills got 4 minutes to just leave it all on the field, and I hope every senior down there is feeling the same exact way. I remember the last snap of the last game that we played in, and I hope Oxford Hills is just relishing the moment and trying to punch this in for them. They've earned it. They've played fantastic tonight. Regardless of the score, that doesn't matter at this point. The key to it all is to finish out these last 4 minutes as hard as you possibly can.
Trudeau with the carry there, tackled by Duff. Couldn't help but hear Joe Nelson announced that one as the tackle by the Duffer. So Jason Duff taking after his dad, Dale Duff. And Oxford Hills here. And the ball inside the 10, the handoff to Smith. Smith up until the 4, maybe the 3-yard line.
Carried by Brad Smith.
Captain Brad Smith.
So Bangor looking to see what the second string defense can do here. Can they hold a first string offense in a goal line stance?
We'll make it second and goal inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, we've got some, it looks like they're going to drop down a linebacker. It looks like Trundy's down, and they're in a 6-man look. Probably sending everybody.
The handoff to Trudeau, and he stood up at the line. A good open field tackle there. And
I believe that was Matt Kinney. That was a terrific tackle. Number 80, Matt Kinney.
No gain on the play, third and goal.
no, it's not the old pitcher from Bangor that's pitching in the Giants minor league system, Matt Kinney.
No.
This is a younger one.
Shares the name. That's it. But Matt also does play baseball and basketball. I'd like to say hi to his family tonight on behalf of Matt.
The handoff to Trudeau would go again. And brought down by Duff.
Another big play by Duff. I see Mike Correll's in there as well. Must be playing a little defensive end.
Duff, 3 tackles, moves a little bit quicker than his dad.
I didn't say it. 71's checked back in, new player. That would be Ryan Grundle, sophomore, defensive lineman. When you get down to this, the first and second yard line, you got to substitute in more linemen at this point.
And the handoff in Trudeau is going to bring it in for the touchdown. So Oxford Hills puts another touchdown on the board. And that makes it 45-20. And that's great to see Oxford Hills slapping high fives and everything. They know that, hey, we're having fun now. And which is always great to see. The kids are enjoying themselves out there. They're not caring about the scoreboard. They're just out there to have fun. And that's exactly what they're doing.
No, there was a real nice exchange there between Trudeau and Matt Fogg outside there. They were just, giving each other a high five, patting each other on the back, saying, hey, we did everything we absolutely could this year. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
You mentioned earlier that the left side of the Oxford Hills, they've done a phenomenal job blocking today. As the extra point is up and good. So 45-21, 1:37 to go. We're going to take a break. Bangor on top. They've punched their ticket for the playoffs. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week.
Northeastern Log Home's 4-star promise to design the dream home that's perfect for you and your family, to ensure your home will be built with materials of the highest quality and durability and offered at a fair price, to deliver a complete easy build package with more of what you need, like Anderson windows, Owens Corning shingles, and Morgan doors, to provide factory direct expert assistance every step of the way for as long as you own your home.
Come visit us in Kenduskeag and we'll help build your dreams with our experience.
Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security High School Game of the Week. The Bangor Rams and the Oxford Hill Vikings. And the Rams are sending some more onto the field. And
some new players for Bangor.
As much as I like the move by Mark Hackett, it makes my job more difficult because we have a bunch of new players on the field, and let's see if we can identify some of them. Sproul is still the quarterback.
Eric Shepley seems to be the split end at this point. Eric's a senior. We've mentioned him before.
I see a 49 in there, David McKenna, the tight end. And the handoff is going to be to Billings. Billings plowing his way forward, and
Adam Billings.
He's got himself a first down.
Tackled by Josh Flanders.
So Bangor goes to 7-1 on the year for head coach Mark Hackett, who's in his 6th year as the Bangor head coach.
Yep, he won one state title the year he took over, which was fantastic, and then made an appearance a few years back, I believe, 2 years back, looking back to get back to his 3rd state championship as a head coach.
And Billings with a carry again inside the 40. We're inside of a minute now for the Bangor Rams as they wrap up their regular season campaign, 7-1. Oxford Hills will fall to 0-8, but Oxford Hills have a lot of things to hang their head high about this game. They did score some points. They scored 21 points late here in the game, but hey, you put some points on the board. You don't have to go back all the way to Oxford knowing you got shut out. They did a great job. They never gave up. And, I mean, they have a very talented wide receiver in Sutton who is going to be graduating. As the handoff to Billings again for Bangor.
Oxford Hills has got some new players in today, and number 75 just made a crushing blow there. Bill Reed is a senior. He's 6 foot 190, plays defensive end for Oxford Hills. Just made a big play for the Viking defense. It's terrific.
And 20 seconds to go. Oxford Hills is going to fall to 0-8. The Bangor Rams will be home next week, and they're going to face either Lewiston or Messalonskee in the first round of the Eastern Maine Class A playoffs. And everything is pointing all signs to Fairfield. That's what Bangor has in mind right now.
Well, we got to remember Lawrence is going to get by whoever they're going to have next week. They're probably going to end up with Messalonskee. So, if everything plays out the way that it should, and it'd be a great matchup to see Bangor and Lawrence in that Eastern Maine final. But I'm not going to jump ahead of myself, and I know Coach Hack and his crew wouldn't want to either. If it's Lewiston, that's all they're thinking about for the next 6 days, and if it's Messalonskee, that's all they're going to be thinking about.
So Bangor wins it 45-21. We're going to head down to the field to wrap things up. Once again, your final: Bangor 45, Oxford Hills 21. Bangor is on the way to the playoffs. We'll be back after this.
During our lifetime, priorities change, and we begin to seek out products that enhance our lives. We move and we grow and come to realize what's truly important. We begin to understand the value of our time and see the results of investing wisely. Priorities change, standards don't. Paradigm Windows of Portland, Maine. Window solutions for life.
Available from Carefree Window and Siding Company. Call 989-4260.